Welcome to Tunisia's Locs, Beauty Tips, and Potpourri, the channel where we get it all in. You can also learn more about the I Am Melanin Magic brand. Thank you for stopping by. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Tunisia's Locs, Beauty Tips, and Potpourri. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the channel, welcome to the channel. Before we get started, I'm going to direct you to the I Am Melanin Magic website. We have Hot Girl Summer 25% off discount on your entire order. There's also now Afterpay. Thank you to the delicious, wonderful, hardworking daughter of mine, Naima, so you can make your payments weekly rather than have to purchase the full price up front. I thought that would help, and I had a few people text me this morning to say thank you for Afterpay, and I was like, I was on Naima about that for a while, but I'm so glad she conceded this past weekend. But this is the magical hair growth serum here. The label, I've changed it, but this is for people that are having problems with their hair. It has worked for so many people. Although we come to hair loss, alopecia, and issues with regard to healthy hair, each with our own backstory, this can help you to begin to stimulate growth in areas where some of you have not been able to have any growth at all for long periods of time. It's been very successful on upwards of 70% of the people that use it. It is important with all of these products that you be very consistent. This is your long-term go-to daily or every other day oil that will also give your hair a wonderful, wonderful foundation. It's going to help it grow by leaps and bounds. And many of you initially, before this product was developed, were experiencing the growth of hair in balding areas that have been bare either from, say, pregnancy, postpartum hair loss, and even other types of hair loss. Many of you have experienced hair regrowth from just using this. Some of you use them both. This is the anti-aging serum here. I have been using this now, I think, for 3 years, y'all. It's wonderful. It's naturally exfoliating. It helps your skin to hold moisture. It makes it feel soft. It rejuvenates your skin. It gives you a glow. It helps you to feel radiant and beautiful. All right. There's also the Ouch Magic. There's the Bartholin Cysts for those of you who deal with boils or what do you want to call them? Yeah, well, let's just call them boils or cystic, very painful lesions in your vaginal area that are not related to STDs, but are related to, and that's not to say that it wouldn't help that, but that's not what it was created for. Folks who get those due to ingrown hairs and other things that could be happening in the vaginal area that can actually send many people to the hospital in a great deal of pain or cause you to have very painful surgery. And then there is the Ouch Magic and the Chill Magic, which are also on the site. Use Hot Girl Summer in the coupon, as your coupon in checkout, and that'll give you a 25% off, which will be the sale up through the end of the month, all right? Which will give you a nice little discount. And like I said, you can also use Afterpay. So just go to I Am Melanin Magic, MELANIN.com, and it's also in the description. Today's video, I wanted to talk about Sisterlock frustration and how to avoid it. I have received so much support and love from you all on this channel. This channel is one of my homes. I have 3 real homes here on the internet, on the YouTube circuit. The other one is my Butterfly Transformations channel. And I also have a channel where I do high vibrational oracle and tarot readings to help people to gain clarity over what may be happening in their lives. But the Butterfly Transformations channel and this channel are my 2 most active channels and my homes. And you all have shown me so much support and love on this channel. And often that support and love comes in the way of recommendations, things that you share. By the way, I'm going to give a short shout out to a beautiful sister on the channel who has shared a video, which I encourage you all to do. You can send me a short video. This was from Terry. Shout out to you, Terry, in the Snellville, Lithonia, Atlanta area. She wanted to share a clip of her experience with on her Sisterlocks journey. So we're going to plug that in for you right now. I'm going to be quiet before I forget.
Soulful Sunday to you, Sister Tunisia. This is Terry. I pray that you're having a beautiful day, enjoying the sunshine, and just having that joy that you've shared with us as you decorate your new home. I want to thank you for bringing your viewers in, for giving us tours of your wonderful space. I want to thank you for the energy that you give us over the screen and for sharing your own personal experiences, particularly with your locks and your experiences in being an advocate for yourself concerning your crown. So I want to thank you for that. And I also wanted to respond to your request from your viewers to make little short videos about our experiences, either with our locks, using your Melanin Magic product, or reading your book. So that's a great segue into number one. Look what I have. So I've had my copy of Manifesting Your Masterpiece for several weeks now. I really enjoy that the reflections are succinct, kept to one page. For people who are on the go and busy, you enjoy reading, or you want some resource, whether it's, whatever it is that people read for self-enrichment and spiritual engagement or spiritual thought. Your book is right in there with those works, and just other resources that people read to give them encouragement and enlightenment. Manifesting Your Masterpiece is right up there with them. I enjoy just turning to that date, and even sometimes I just go back and read something that I've read before that I have enjoyed, that really resonated with me. So thank you for this wonderful, wonderful self-coaching and self-help book. I'll continue to give you my feedback on it, and maybe you can share my feedback with your viewers. And I bought it from Amazon, and it was a good price. I don't really remember how much I paid for it, but it was reasonable. It's a high quality book, cover, material, the pages. It's very clear. I love your picture. So I wanted to just let you know that I did receive a copy of my book. And then also today was my retie. So I thought today would just be a good day to introduce. This is what my hair looks like today with a fresh retie. In May, I think it's May 9th, I will be 2 years. That'll be my 2-year lock anniversary. And I'm just going to give you a 360 pan so you can see all the way around. I don't think when I met you at your studio in Stone Mountain, I don't think I was locked then. I was still a loose natural. And I probably had my hair up in a bun. So this is me 2 years or so later, and I had my retie with my amazing loctician, Georgia. And I will have to get you her company name. It's SL. I can't really remember her entire company name. So I just wanted you to see. I'm going to send you this video. Let me know what you think about the lighting. Let me know if it's too long. Let me know if it's not long enough. Let me know if I need to change my background. Just let me know. And I look forward to hearing from you. And then, of course, I will go more in depth about the different aspects of my locks. My lock journey has been wonderful. I have been with the same person for 2 years, and she is not the person that I was going to start with. So I truly believe that our meeting and how we met in this relationship is meant to be. Georgia is just as invested in my lock journey as I am. And so I can talk about all of that later. And if there's a particular topic you would like for me, or a point about my lock journey that you would like for me to share, just let me know, and I'll be happy to record that as well. So I look forward to hearing your feedback on my video. And of course, we can always talk by phone, or if we need to email, can do that too. So be blessed. Have a great week, and pet Albie for me. Peace and blessings.
And I solicit these from all of you. If there's something you have to say, Priscilla, I'm going to find a way to put your video together. You sent me a lot of clips. Priscilla is has used henna to dye her hair, so look forward to her upcoming clips in some of the videos. But you can send me a 2 to 3 minute clip. You can film it with a cell phone. This is a cell phone, y'all. I don't even have my lighting on. I'm just looking at a window. The window is in front of the camera and I'm filming. That's all you need. 2 to 3 minute clip. You can upload it. You can send it to my WhatsApp, or you can upload it to Google Drive. Send it to me sharing some aspect of your Sisterlocks journey, some advice for the sisterhood, or something else that you find to be challenging. Send that to me. I'd love to share it on the channel. If it's too long, I will need to edit it, but I'll make sure that I get your essential message out. So for today's video, Sisterlocks frustration. This video comes about as a result of some of the things that I've become privy to in you all sharing your Sisterlocks journey with me through the comments or via text or something else. It also is a part of my journey. It reflects the aspects of my journey. Many of you, not a significant portion of you all, but many of you have left the Sisterlocks journey because of frustration and various things that have happened along the way. Others of you, like me, have experienced challenges and have had some frustrations along the way, but you've persisted in keeping Sisterlocks because you love Sisterlocks. Others of you have had a virtually painless experience with your Sisterlocks journey, and you have nothing that is constructive to say, in the sense of you wouldn't change anything about the journey. It's been perfect for you. So I've been able to take a lot of the earlier to just bring forward some things that I feel can help you along the journey in terms of advice. And the first one is going to be, you got to find the right loctician. And the likelihood today, ladies, of having the same loctician from the beginning to the end seems to be becoming or fading farther and farther into the distant. It seems to be becoming more of a mirage. It's more of a challenge to find the perfect loctician. But do your due diligence, because this is a long-term investment, and the loctician that you choose, whether it be her professionalism, her experience with hair, her pricing, the logistics of the demographics in terms of, her experience level in dealing with certain types of hair and certain types of challenges, or even if it be something as simple as how far she is away from you geographically. These are all things that can make or break the relationship that you have with your loctician. And in this time and age with Sisterlocks, because this journey has evolved so much over time, from when I started to now, what a lot of you are experiencing, sometimes I think to myself, oh my goodness, if Refrige ever stops doing my locks and I can't get Naka to do them, what on earth am I going to have to do? I'm going to have to get my own little needles out and do my own hair. But it's very, very important, because what I'm finding is that many of the ladies who will comment have gone through several locticians, and they've had horror stories. They've dealt with people who are more concerned with the financial aspect than caring for the hair. And all sorts of things have been an experience, from cutting locks to frequently marrying locks without permission or acknowledgement, to gluing a lock that may be slipping, all sorts of things. So you really want to be careful of that. The second thing that can help you to circumvent a lot of frustration is to recognize that you're going to have to take an active role in the care of your hair, and you can't just turn this over to your loctician. Step away from the participation aspect of it. You have to monitor your hair. You have to know what's going on with your hair at all times, and you have to be checking and investigating your grid, the health of your hair, the individual locks, the quality of the growth, everything in between getting your hair done and when you get your hair done by your loctician. It's not the kind of thing, y'all, as beautiful as it looks, and the fact that you don't have to, by the way, y'all, these are curls. I did some sponge rollers last night and some rods. I don't have enough sponge rollers to get the curls this small. I've been trying to order pipe cleaners since last December. I don't even know if you can get them anymore. And so I took them out this morning. They're not my most favorite curls, but I still think they look beautiful, and I'm going to play in my hair. I said I was going to start doing more of that during the videos because you guys watch the videos to get a sense of this journey, and part of the journey is what's going on with the hair, right? So it kind of lets you kind of just see what's happening here. I have one roller still in here. But yeah, so that stuff is important. Realizing that you're going to have to take an active role. This is not a passive journey. This is something that you have to roll up your sleeves and dig in with. The other thing is having realistic expectations about what your locks are going to look like. My locks today look nothing like what they look like when I first got them, nor do they look anything like what they look like in year 2. It has changed, morphed, and transformed so phenomenally that loving your hair from the beginning and being patient with this journey is the best favor you're ever going to do yourself in these locks. Which brings me to my next point, number 4. Don't compare your hair to the way someone else's looks and then criticize your hair and feel less than and criticize your journey because your locks don't look like somebody else's. They are not going to. I don't care how similar the hair grade is. I don't care how close to the same level of density you have. I don't care if you and your girlfriend get them done by the same person at the same time. How their hair ends up and how your hair ends up is going to be 2 different things. Love your hair, love your look, fall in love with your journey from the very beginning, because it's more a spiritual journey than a physical journey. I feel like it starts out initially as a physical thing, and then it becomes more spiritual, and then when you start really becoming very comfortable with your hair, you start getting excited again, like for me, year 4, 5, and 6, then it becomes physical again, and then it eventually, you drop the focus on the hair and it becomes a part of the essence of you. All right, and then you move into another layer of transcending the more concrete, shallow aspects of this journey, and you're able to release sort of what I like to call the tyranny of hair enslavement, where we're so focused on the hair all the time. You begin to really enjoy being beautiful all the time, not having a bad hair day, experiencing hair abundance while being able to get on with your life and never have to worry about your hair. I think that that is probably the most beneficial and my favorite aspect of this journey. So these are things that are going to be very important to you. The 5th thing that I want to talk about has to do with being realistic about what this journey may look like for you. For example, if you have very thin, low volume or low density hair, let me say, you may not go from that to a lion's, what can look, my hair right now, for example, used to be way bigger than this. Once my locks compressed, and I don't consider myself as having extremely thick hair. I didn't have extremely thick hair. But if you look at, as you grow in this journey, your locks amass more hair and things mesh, more hair meshes, and it becomes, and also depending upon the type of hair you have in your curl pattern, mine expanded a lot. And it took a long time for it to begin to compress, but that made my hair look a lot bigger than it actually is. But in areas where my hair was always like thinner, there's a little place right at the nape of my neck and the little slope of my neck. My hair was always less plentiful there. I still deal with that with these locks. Now you can use things that will help your hair to grow if you've lost hair and it hasn't been plentiful in a certain area, and you have the ability to grow hair, and you can fill in areas like what I've done over here in this area, to the point to where even after my more recent retightenings, when I get retightenings now, it doesn't look as I used to call it the plucked chicken look. It doesn't look as plucked chicken as it used to. But your hair is not going to go from where it was before all the way over to the other extreme. You have to be realistic. The other thing that you need to, your job is to give your hair the benefit of good nutrition, to be kind to your hair, to find the right loctician, to monitor the varying hair care needs that will inevitably come up throughout this journey. What you are needing and are doing to your hair right now is not going to be what you're needing and doing to your hair down the road, because you're learning, your hair is changing, different things are affecting the decisions that you make. So you have to be mindful of the particulars with as it relates to your hair, but you also have to be mindful of what is realistic. For example, my hair, I had issues with dry, flaky scalp before I started the locks. When I got the locks, it became worse. I had to design something that helped me with that, which is where the beginning, the genesis of this came from. Trying to create something that was going to help me with the flaking and all of the yucky stuff that I had up here in the center of my hair. But I was not naive enough. This is to say, I wasn't naive enough to think that I had that before and I had issues with hair being dry, that I was all of a sudden going to be able to wear this style and never put anything in my hair. For one thing, it didn't make sense to me in terms of hair care. The second thing is, although when I first had my locks installed, I was shocked when my loctician began to put oil in my hair during the install, because I was told and I read that you were not to put any oil on your hair. But now I think back, it would have been ridiculous for her not to have done that. My hair needed oil then, it's going to need oil now. Now, the mistake that I made was I didn't wash frequently and I didn't wash thoroughly. And then the oil that I used to make with this product was a lot heavier. Okay, I liked the way it made my hair feel, but my hair did not like the way that it weighed it down. And because I did not wash thoroughly and frequently enough, it made my hair heavy, to the point that a few years back, I wanted to cut my hair because it used to hurt my neck. All right, and then as a result, I'm sure it added to my hair attracting lint or attracting dust or whatever it was. That was on me. These are things that you learn along the journey. So what I'm saying is, if you have a certain type of hair going into Sisterlocks, be mindful that the energy of your hair, meaning the energetic imprint, the way your hair functions, what it needs, how it operates best, may not change dramatically just because you have Sisterlocks. If you have a problem with thinning going into Sisterlocks, this is not to say that Sisterlocks cannot assist you in replenishing your hair and growing your hair and take some of the stresses off. But if you get the wrong loctician, if you don't put things in your hair to help support your hair, if you allow your hair to continue to grow and it gets longer and longer and longer, and you're styling and you're doing all the other things that can weaken your root bed, you could still find yourself in that same situation, or a situation that is actually worse. Take the time to pay attention to what your hair care needs. Take the time to create a foundation of health in your hair in your early stages of Sisterlocks. Even if you don't have them and you're considering getting them, do it on the front end. Do the things to get your scalp healthy. See what you can do on the front end. And when you go into the Sisterlocks journey, take some simple precautions. Do things like be careful of frequent retightenings with a loctician who's too harsh on your hair, because clearly it's going to cause your hair more trauma and it's going to create an issue. And I will tell you, this is the kind of style that when you start experiencing hair issues, thinning or balding or losing locks, and you need to take a break from getting your hair retightening, or you need to sacrifice a certain number of locks for the greater good for the rest of your hair, it's hard to do that because you love the style, you love the locks. It's hard to decide, okay, I need to cut my hair up to here. If I'm going to maintain the style And right now I'm suffering A, B, C, and D because of the length and because of this and because of that. I need to cut my hair here. It's hard to do that. So it's better to be proactive and do the things on the front end that you need to be able to do. The last thing that I want to talk about, number 6, is having a backup loctician and having someone else there, even if it's you, to take over your hair care needs or to do it at intervals if you're not able to get to that person, if that person is out on maternity leave, if that person decides they don't want to do locks anymore. You got to have a plan. And even if that means you find someone that you really like that comes by way of referral from someone else, and you actually just go to them intermittently every blue moon just to keep that relationship going. It's important to have a backup plan. And if it's not going to be someone else, then it needs to be you beginning to learn how to retighten your own hair, even if it's just doing a certain section of your hair. You all know I always do the front part of my hair. That's been something that's been ongoing for some time now. Because of the fact that I've had my hair for this long, because of the fact that I have some very thin locks in this area, because I had defrost to separate them very early on, because of the fact that I'm tender-headed, and because of what I've learned from many of you in this journey, and because I'm so far into this journey, I want to do all that I can to maximize my ability to hold on to my hair and to keep it healthy. And for me, what that is focusing on those areas that are more prone to breakage or more prone to weakness over time or prone to trauma. So I began just taking little sections of my hair in order to kind of get a better handle of what's going on with my hair and to investigate certain areas. So that's something that I do. Worst case scenario, if I absolutely had to do my own retightening, I could do my own retightening. Do I want to do my own retightening? No, sirree. Do I have the setup to do it, and am I prepared to do it? Do I have the tools to do it? Yes. I haven't done a full retightening now probably in over a year and a half, maybe even longer than that. I've had Naima to do a couple of retightenings for me during COVID. All right, but that's just to say, it's kind of your thing. It's your party. It's your hair. You kind of need to know what's going on. You need to have a backup, because a lot of us, a lot of you out there that, communicate with me during COVID, when you couldn't get to your loctician, or during times when you had financial stresses, your hair went long periods of time in between retightenings, and it led to, for some of you, disastrous thinning, and for others of you, you eventually took your locks down. So although it may seem overwhelming, there are people who do it, and you can do it too. All right. I hope this video was of help to you. Again, you can go to www.IamMelaninMagic.com to purchase any of the line of products that are both for hair and skin and other types of situations that you may have related to pain or the need to sort of be able to relax and fall back asleep at night with the chill magic. There is a couple of other products that are in research and development right now, and as soon as I get closer to the testing and the last phases of development of those products, I'll make sure I let you know. But one of them is definitely a moisturizing spray, something that helps keep your hair healthy during the summer months or during times where you just, are experiencing excessive dryness, but something that's also healthy for your scalp, and also a gray away, something to help repigment the hair. That's the one that I'm most intrigued with right now, working on. But I will definitely keep you all posted. I love you. Again, thank you for all your support on the channel. And you can follow me over on butterflytransformations.com for more real life stuff that's not necessarily related to hair, but that deals with your energy, that deals with some of the challenges and things that you're striving towards in your life as you metamorphosize into your absolute best version. Love you guys. Bye.